too.
Hello out there in YouTube land, Rival here. Thanks for stopping by. I got a couple knives on the turntable for you this week. As you can see, it is a pimp job video, so we'll dive right in. We'll start with this guy. So a friend of mine sent me this. It is a Kershaw Shallot. Been a while since I worked on a little guy like this. He sent it to me. It had the black DLC, and it had a different blade. So it has a ZDP-189 blade. So it's one of the composites. Little used, little beat up. It was actually bent at the spine, so I straightened her as best we could. When you kind of take a look at the video, I guess it's going to be kind of hard to see, but she's pretty darn straight. She had a pretty good crook in her, but she never, touched the edges, touched the frame or anything like that. Gave her a really hard stonewash. So we started originally wanting to black wash it, and I did, and it worked out pretty good. And then I got a little overzealous with my new stone washer, and I threw it in for a little bit longer tumble, and it got really, really light, so I acid etched it. So it's like a black wash, acid etch, apocalyptic, kind of beat the shit finish. But it's going to be a user, so it should work out really well for him. Backside of the frame, tumbled exactly the same. Let's see if we can get you a good shot of... So you can see some of the DLC that's left, and the stone wash, and just really heavy. I got a new tumbler, which is why I got a little overzealous on the stone washer. But I think it turned out for the best. And then the blade matches the frame nearly perfectly. And as I mentioned, it is the composite edge. So you can see there the weld line. And there's still a little bit of darkness, so ZDP-189 on the bottom, so really hard, tough steel. And it came out of that tumble after a couple of hours, and there wasn't even like a chip or a dent in the blade, in the edge of the blade. It was crazy. Some definitely hard stuff. So I don't know how much I can zoom in on this guy. There we go. So the edge cleaned up that weld a little bit, brought out the copper in that braze line pretty nicely. All in all, it's a pretty cool shallot, because normally that is just on a plain stone-washed frame, so now it's on like a black apocalypse-washed frame. I call it apocalypse because this thing looks like it's been buried in the dirt for like 50 years. But yeah, I think it turned out great. Here, we'll flip it around like this. We'll do this. And as you can see, this is a Spyderco Manix. Been a while since I did a Spyderco. This is actually the XL version. You can tell it's got a bit more butt on the end of it. When we flip it over, pocket clips away in the middle, I should say below the lanyard. On the standard side it's above the lanyard, but it's a lot smaller. Big blade. Boom. Just to give you an idea. Woo! That's a big blade. The gentleman wanted black and orange G10, and then it's kind of like a double Anzo when you look at just the pattern itself, and then you add the layering into it. It gives you this really funky look to it. It's nearly perfectly even as far as the application of the pattern goes. I'm trying to give you just a good idea of like what the pattern looks like without the color. Flows good with that black pocket clip. Orange and black, I mean, it always looks good. But on this knife especially, very, very sweet blade. And that's the S30V version, so it's got the full flat grind on it. I had a Manix 2 a long time ago. You look at one of like the first 2 pimp job videos I ever did, it's on there. And it had, what, the 154 CM blade, which was meh. And it had the standard grind, so... the hollow grind only came to about here. Gave that blade a funky look. I'm not normally a fan of the leaf-shaped Spyderco blades, but at least when you put a full flat grind on it, I got to admit that looks nice. But that's what we got for this week, gentlemen. So these pimp jobs are on their way out. I got some customs that are nearly completed. As far as customs of my own, I'm doing a small run of 3 Quakens. And so those will be coming up pretty quick here. And then I think I'm going to do a collection video update to kind of motivate me to get some individual knife reviews done, so I can show you what I've got that I've been accumulating and trading for lately. And you guys can let me know based on that what videos you want to see next. As always, like, subscribe. Thanks for stopping by. Peace.